Hey guys, what's going on? Uh, really didn't know what to talk about today. I don't really want to talk about my absence from the podcast or whatever. It just got pretty sick there for a little while. In our home, there's a little bit of that flu going around, and you know, I mean NHL and the Olympics and all that. So got a little sidetracked. Still been watching the games and stuff. Honestly, haven't felt like we had a whole lot to talk about lately. I mean, kind of hit a slump. Look, long season. These guys play hard every day, so or every week. So it's no doubt that you're going to hit that kind of rough patch or whatever. A little bit of controversy about Austin Albrecht from the Moxons not being in right now. You know, I've heard from several sources that kind of not inside or anything, but kind of got close to the team that he is injured. So he went home, and people want to know why. Maybe I don't know. I can only assume that because he's Canadian, and there's the socialized health care or whatever you call it up there, that it would make sense to go home so you can get treatment a lot more affordably. Last night we played Baton Rouge, clinched a playoff spot, which is awesome. So I am now going to buy my playoff tickets. I kind of held back for a little bit because I was like, man, I don't want to spend that money and then get told, oh, well, we're not in the playoffs. And, I'm sure we'll get it back at some point, but you never know, man. The Fed's going to Fed every day. Our team is pretty good about doing what they say they're going to do, though, as far as in the office and on the ice as well. I mean, I think we've had a good season. Um, I know I'll just speak to this. I see people, like we lost Stefanini recently, which I hated to see because I like Stefanini. He's an OG, but you never know. He might be back. I mean, he could be back. He may have, I don't know what the deal was. Could have been a coaching decision, could have been a personal decision. I don't know, but definitely love seeing him on the ice. Played with a lot of heart. He really put everything out there. I could tell. Um, so miss you. I hate to see you go, man. Hated to see you score on us the other night too. That sucked. But that's hockey, man. I'm actually watching a couple of pro games are going right now, or NHL. I won't want to say pro, but NHL games. So I've been watching those. But I put this picture up just 'cause, man, it's a good memory to have. I remember that. That was a fun night. But anyways, I digress. We got a couple more games with Baton Rouge this week. Schedule's not getting any easier. I know. I think it's Tuesday. We have a game with Athens at Athens, and then we go a week, and I think we have a couple weekend games. I'm not remembering the schedule. I really should have it somewhere on my screen where I can see it. You know, shame on me. But anyways, playing Athens, I believe Tuesday, so critical game for us. Even though we are in the playoffs, you're kind of trying to win that home ice advantage when you can get it. So we'll see what happens there. I think we got the team to do it, even without Albrecht. 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 I don't know how to say his name. That's on me, bro. And it's right here. It's literally. I mean, I have my mouse on it, but I can't completely read it. But anyways, that's embarrassing. Been a whirlwind though. This is my busy time of year when hockey's going. I spend a lot of time in front of a TV and on my phone doing what I do with hockey. I wish I was in the business of hockey sometimes. Then again, I enjoy watching it, so I don't want it to be like that thing where you're just hating to watch hockey. I would hate that. I do get, sometimes I'm just like, oh, another game. But anyways, just wanted to say I'm back. I'm pretty excited to be back. I wish I had a little more content. Last night's game was a barn burner. Good old Shuddy. Great game. Goalie played an amazing game. Got a couple guys, younger guys in from the college since college is done for the year. Excited to see them. I spoke to someone who spoke to them, and they're really excited to be here. From what I understand, getting to come in and play some pro hockey, get their legs, keep their legs fresh and stuff like that. So good to have you guys. If you do see this podcast, by any chance you see this, I did have the standings as of last night. Try to remember how to open that up. There it is. And it's going to cut me off, of course. Not anymore. So, I have it. I found out how to use the highlighter. So, you have Athens and Monroe, and this is clinched in here in the red that we are clinched. That X. Also, Binghamton is clinched. Looks like Port Huron is coming right up on it. I'm sure if they're playing tonight, they're going to clinch if they win. Not sure about this. Once again, shame on me for not having the schedule. Highlighted the points. We are at 96. Athens at 101. I think we absolutely could have been there. Something I'll talk about, and this is just my lack of knowledge of hockey. Haven't ever played, but I wanted to, but just now I'm 40 officially as of this week. I'm 40, so I'm not gonna be playing any hockey, But I kind of this slump that our guys get. Is it just exhaustion? If anyone knows, please let me know. I mean, if you're close to any of the guys, or it seems like we might come out pretty hot, and then we just kind of go into a slump sometimes, and you know I don't know what that is. I see it in the NHL as well. I mean, these guys will kind of really come hard in the first period, second period kind of lackluster, third period maybe they get stacked on like the other team just comes in and stacks on them. Hate to see that, but I think we've been playing a good game. The physicality is what we got to improve. I think we're a very physical team. It hurts us sometimes, with the penalties and stuff. But here comes Athens, and here comes the biased referees, and I've tried to avoid saying that on this podcast, but man, it's when it's if it was just us saying it, I would just go, okay, we're just, absolutely, we just hate getting called on. But I occasionally watch other games, and I hear the other announcers going, I don't know why he made that call and stuff like that. So I see that there's definitely a lot of referee problems in this league. I think they've tried to get better. I think maybe someone told them to calm the hell down. There was a lot of hullabaloo about referees saying they were going to do what they could to get us out of the game, and then we lost, and largely due to bad calls, in my opinion. But bad calls happen in hockey. Happens. I just, uh, watching this Ottawa game, uh, Tim Stutzel makes a goal, they call it off, and I need to look up why. I haven't figured it out, but I was setting all this up so I didn't have the volume on, but I lost a pretty good parlay bet over that. I mean, literally that would have got a pretty good little parlay for me. So, um, bad call. It hurts everybody, but that's about all I got. I excited for the game tonight, Baton Rouge. I wish I was able to go. Work is keeping me at home, but we really wanted to go, and I think this is our last game, and I believe this may be Baton Rouge's last season. I don't want that. I like playing those guys. We want to go to a game. We haven't been able to go, so you know, I hate that. I wish they were in the playoffs with us. Doesn't look like they're gonna make it. I don't know how our playoff brackets go. Didn't pay attention last year because we weren't in it, honestly. But I will get a little information on that, and then maybe tomorrow I'll get into that a little bit in my video if it's something you want to know about. Guys, sorry about the lack of. If you were even into this show, sorry about the lack and the tail off there. I got, like I said, just got sick, and then the NHL and the Olympics and everything, and I'm gonna be. Oh yeah, I'll say this: Paralympic U.S. hockey versus Canadian hockey is Sunday at around noon our time, I think. So watch that. This is going to be a three-peat. The U.S. is going to take all three gold medals in hockey against Canada in all three games. So in all three, you know, leagues or whatever. But really excited. Also, I want to encourage you if you're not watching the PWHL. I just got into it this year. Actually, I'm missing some game right now. Man, Minnesota Frost, go Frost! I need to get a hat. I haven't really looked in their merch yet. I'm obviously a Wild fan on the men's side, but the PWHL is kicking ass, man. These girls, the skill level out there, and their physicality. They're very physical. They do a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. A couple fights I've seen. But the skills, man, these ladies have skills. I mean, like you just see some of the coolest like shots and passes and stuff like that. I really encourage you, and you can look every game up on YouTube right now. I mean, every game is on YouTube. They're similar to how we're doing things right now in our league. So I encourage you to. And they've been selling out arenas. They've been selling arenas out. I mean, this is their third year. Third year as a professional league. There's only about 6 teams right now. I think they're already talking expansion, which is awesome. Man, I'd love them to get like a Baton Rouge or a New Orleans team or something. That'd be sick, man. I'd love it. Monroe team, not a big enough arena, but anyways, check out the PWHL. Check out the Paralympics game this Sunday for sure. Um, and we'll also be playing. So it's a day full of hockey. If you just want to watch that in our game, it's a day full of hockey for you. So really excited. Go Team USA. Go Mocs. Stop recording.